You ready to do this, Yogs? I'm ready. Let's do it. Whoosh. All right. Hey, everybody. You know what time it is. It's my favorite day of the week, New Comic Wednesday. It's March 10th, 2021. I'm going to show you all the hottest comics that came out today. And I also got some awesome comics in the mail. I've been out on the hunt. I've been digging in the back issues. I've been hitting the dollar bins. I've even been looking at the spec wall. So, hey, let's get started. So, today we got Batman Urban Legends from DC Comics. Got a whole assortment of writers and artists. Chip Zdarsky being the one that I would highlight and the main one that I bought this book for. And we got us a nice Kyle New. I believe that's the cover C. There was a Finch cover B, and the cover A I believe was done by Kubert. All of them very nice. But I heard some good things about the Federici portion of this book, so I couldn't pass it up. Next up, I've got The Joker #1, written by the great James Tynion on the regular Batman title. We got Gilliam March doing the art inside, and it is absolutely beautiful. I hear tell that this book is a little bit more about Punchline than the Joker, which is just fine with me. And it was so fine, I not only picked up this Mattina cover B, but I also picked up this 1 in 25 Federici. And if you remember last week, I got the 1 in 25 Federici cover. And as long as they're moderately priced, I will try to keep that going. Next up, strictly a cover buy, because you've heard many a time how I hate Tom King and his slow style of writing. He's occasionally good, occasionally really good, but this book looks a little slow, and the art by George Fornes looks a little weird inside. But I tell you what, don't look weird, and that's this Gabrielle Dell'Otto cover. We hardly ever get us a regular price Gabrielle Dell'Otto cover, so I definitely wasn't going to pass this one up. Next up, from Image Comics, we got a new title called KARMEN, and it's sort of a take on a suicidal Christmas story kind of deal. I don't know why this girl's not wearing any pants. I don't know why she's going full Winnie the Pooh. You're going Winnie the Pooh too, Yokes. Anyways, she's pretty much naked in the whole book. It's about a lady that commits suicide, and some sort of guardian angel comes down and is going over this Christmas story type of thing. And I don't know what the intended resolution is, if she's going to be able to go back or what have you. But the reason I bought it was because, first of all, inside we're going to get Gilliam March art, and he's writing the book as well. Don't know too many artists that write as well and do great at it. Alex Ross is a great artist. Don't know so much about his writing. Of course, McFarlane does decent on Spawn, and he's an excellent artist. We got Sean Murphy is a great artist and a writer, but it's a hard thing to do, and it's really not fair to have that much talent in two areas. But anyway, we got KARMEN, and that's a Milo Manara cover. The reason that I bought it, you don't see much out of Milo Manara. He was kind of the rage until that Spider-Woman cover got him in a lot of trouble, and it wasn't even that salacious. And the logo covered up the butt cheeks anyways, so I see Spider-Man with his butt cheeks all in the air all the time. Nobody's got a problem with it. Anyway, Milo Manara, one of my favorite artists. He is an adult artist, did work for Penthouse and Playboy and also Heavy Metal Magazine. He does a Gulliver's Travels sort of erotic journey, which is really, really cool and more titillating than erotic. It's, sometimes enough is enough and too much is less than. Got a new title from Mad Cave. We got Nottingham #1. We got David Hazan doing the writing. We got Shane Connery Volk doing the art inside. The art looks good. The story premise is an ultra hardcore Robin Hood. So it is very bloody and very violent, and I'm looking forward to reading it, and I hope it is a nice spec pickup. Hey, watch out. Hide your kids, hide your wife, because this cover is pretty naughty as well. Oh, Vampirella just airing it out there, man. But man, I could not pass up some awesome cover art from Marco Mastrazzo. I'm on this title anyway. I really enjoyed Priest writing, and for most people this is a cover buy, but I've actually been enjoying this run. Up until recently, they're sort of incorporating things from the Sacred Six that I am not reading, so I'm feeling a little bit lost lately, but I do enjoy the art on the interiors by Ergon Gunduz as well, so definitely recommend you check this book out. I believe there was supposed to be a Shannon Meyer variant as well, but it got pushed So I'd pre-ordered one and it got refunded. So I think that's what the deal is. Next up, we got Children of the Atom from Marvel Comics. It's written by Evita Ayala. We got Bernard Chang doing a pretty decent job on the arts, and we got us a beautiful R.B. Silva secret variant cover. Now, this is the kind of book I normally stay 10 miles away from. It looks like some SJW crap, but I'm a sucker for secret variants, and I don't like to prejudge this stuff too much, but we got first appearances of Cherub, Daycrawler, Gimmick, Cyclops Lass, Marvel guy, and so basically one looks like a big black guy that looks like Angel. We got us a fat white dude that looks like Jean Grey. We got us a black lady that looks like Gambit, and we got us a Karen-looking female for Cyclops. So hold on, excuse me one second. Had to crank that music down a little bit. So anyway, so Children of the Atom. I hope there's some first appearances, and with the success of Strange Academy, definitely didn't want to miss out. So that was some FOMO on that buy as well. Daredevil 28, written by Chip Zdarsky. Oh man, he's been doing a great job on this run. So has Mark Giacchetto. Those two, their art and writing style is just a really great marriage. We got Elektra still running around as Daredevil, so we'll see how that develops. And the King in Black tie-in sort of stopped that series down a little bit. Eternals number 3. A lot of people are getting impatient with this book, but I've been enjoying the Kieran Gillen writing, and I was expecting a slow burn anyway. I really love the Assad Ribic art. And hey, man, with that Eternals movies coming up, there is a good chance that some of this stuff is going to be pertinent and spec-worthy for the movie, so I wouldn't be passing up just yet. Next up, I got Immortal Hulk number 44. Al Ewing, fresh off the controversy of his supposed racial accident, but a lot of coincidences there to be just an accident and a real stupid way to play around with your job, especially when you're doing such a great job on a hot book. So anyway, I hope that's the last of any instances we see out of Joe Bennett, other than his great art and this beautiful homage right there. And this series has been fantastic. I hope you're on it. Some people have been complaining recently that this is a little bit repetitive, so we'll see what happens in this title today. This is strictly a cover pickup. Amazing Spider-Man 55, Patrick Gleason, third print variant. I've got the blue, I've got the red, I've got the original black. I do not have the 1 in 25 white variant, but I hope to get it. We'll see how that works out for me, but everybody knows I do not like Nick Spencer or Ryan Ottley's work on Amazing Spider-Man. I hope the rumor is true that Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman are heading over to that title, and I'll be back on it. They've been suckering me in with these great covers, and almost picked up that two-tone variant today, especially being that it is a new costume for Spider-Man, which looks hideous anyways. It looks like a strange cash grab from Ryan Ottley on the way out the door, so no thank you. I took a pass. Strange Academy number 9. We got Scotty Young doing the writing on this, and speaking of writers that can draw really well, Scotty Young is definitely one of those. He did a great job on the Deadpool title too, I thought, and is doing a great job on this title. Humberto Ramos is doing a fantastic job as well on this book, and it is super duper hot. Oh man, my radio's going crazy today. Here we go. So next up, we got Taskmaster. So last week we had the Korean superhero that had the Korean flag on his chest. And did Pepsi make their logo look like a Korean flag on purpose? I don't know, but I do know I like this book. It's a lot of fun. The Alessandro Vitti art inside is really good. Jed McKay's writing style is kind of cheeky, kind of funny, but not too over-the-top slapstick. And these Valerio Giordano covers are really nice too. Nice gritty art style. And the last of today's books, and don't go nowhere because I got some hot key issues to show you and some keys that you should be looking out for in your dollar bins and comic stores before they get out of reach. But we got Wolverine Black and White #4 with a whole assortment of artists. I mainly got it for this Kerry Randolph cover. But we're going to see Wolverine battling Mystique. He's going to battle a shark. He's going to battle a T-Rex. So what the hell else do you want? Oh my goodness. And I also saw this black cotton sitting on the shelf, so I went ahead and stacked that up. That one's getting some heat on the eBay, and it's kind of a hot book. But, you know, right now I try to stay away from titles with racial overtones, but just a little much, man. I try to escape for comics, but anyway, I don't mind a little food for thought either. So this here is a David Nakayama X-Men 18 cover. David Nakayama's been really knocking these incentive variants, or not incentive variants, exclusive variants out of the park. I showed you a few of the Carnage and Gwenom. Really, really nice covers and very stylistic. So it doesn't look like anybody else. You can pick out DNA's art immediately, and I love the way Storm's hair looks like storm clouds. Really sick cover and looks way better in person. And we got Wolverine. What number is that? Number 10, and that is a Ryan Brown exclusive variant. Definitely pick up just about everything I see from Ryan Brown. He's got an Alien cover out right now that looks really good as well. One of the hottest titles of the week last week, Noctera, really, really cool book, and I didn't find out till too late that they had a secret variant, but I did grab it on the eBay before the price started skyrocketing. They're going for around $40 right now. I got mine for just shy of 20, so happy to get that book, and I really enjoyed it. Scott Snyder and Tony Daniel just doing a banging job on that book, and Tony Daniel's been doing some work for Marvel as well. He's been almost exclusively DC for a long time, so happy to see him on a good new book, and I hope Snyder does the deed on this title, but so far so good. Next up, I picked this up in Emerald City Comics. I don't stray too far from my local comic shop, which is Darkside Comics in Sarasota. If you ever get out this way, you definitely want to check this store out. They got clothes, they got action figures, they got trade paperbacks, they got comics, they got manga, they got games, they got figurines, you name it, they got it. Really big store, way too big for a small town like Sarasota, but man, I'm happy to have them. There's not another store that size within 60 miles, and the people down there, they work hard for the money, so go check them out if you're in the Sarasota way. Anyway, I got the Annihilation Conquest. That I paid $50, as you can see. The Guardians movie should be coming out before too long, and I think this book will heat up again. And honestly, for the price, to be the first appearance of the Guardians of the Galaxy, the modern team anyway, together, I'm surprised that it's still going for that cheap in that condition. Next up, I got Black Panther #3, and we're going to get the first appearance of Achebe, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but definitely a nice Black Panther, especially with the series coming up. You definitely want to be looking out for these specs. Black Panther #1, it's going to be the first appearance of the Dora Milaje, so definitely a book you can get on the cheap. And Mark Teixeira does art on a lot of these books and covers, interiors and covers. But also this Black Panther 46, this cover was just so bright and beautiful. I could not pass it up. It's not spec worthy in any way, shape, or form. But Submariner, a title I don't normally grab, but I got that in the dollar bin. Michael Turner work, so I couldn't pass that up. Really, really nice Namor covers. Very good. Man, I wish that guy was still around. And I picked these up for $5. This is going to be the first appearance of Kazi the Clown, rumored to be a main villain in the new Hawkeye series. This won the Eisner Award for one of the best issues of the year, but it's also the first appearance of Lucky the Pizza Dog. And man, these third and fourth printings are heating up, but these purple third printing variants on Hawkeye especially. So I picked up the #3, I picked up the #4, and I picked up the #6, all very, very hot. And of course, if you can get the really key numbers in these third prints, sometimes they will outvalue the first prints, which is just so weird to me. Hard for me to get used to. Let's see, we've got, what is this? Master of Kung Fu '94. And we're going to get the first appearance of Agent Sin. And on this #77, we're going to get the first appearance of Zaron. And I think a lot of people are really sleeping on this Master of Kung Fu. We got this movie coming out. Nobody's talking about it. I think we're going to get Enter the Dragon versus Mortal Kombat kind of deal. And I think we're going to get a chance to see a lot of characters get spawned out of that movie. So you definitely want to be checking out your Master of Kung Fu villains in the back issues. Get them now while they're still cheap. A lot of eyes are looking other places right now, so a good time to get it. Tell you what, a lot of eyes are still on Star Wars, although a lot of fans are butthurt over the Gina Carano firing, myself included. Really kind of threw a bucket of water on my Star Wars fervor, and it was really Mandalorian fervor, not so much any movie that's come out in the last 10 years. But anyway, we're going to get the first appearance of Zal Ostrander, and any cheap Star Wars first appearance you can get right now, I suggest you do. And I got this one very cheap, and I picked another one up recently as well. This one was not so cheap. I think I got it for $28, which is a good price for what it is. And that is Knights of the Old Republic 31 First Darth Malak. Darth Malak, I think, is going to be a big player in the Star Wars universe to come. Darth Revan and Darth Malak. Cad Bane's another one to look out for. Assad Ventress, I think, is going to be amazing as well when they depict her in cinema. I don't know why this book is not any hotter than it is, but it's the second appearance of Shuri. And, already we're getting priced out of those first appearances. Oh, God, dog, what's going on? Oh, damn. How you doing, buddy? Oh, yeah, sorry. I had to take a little time out to love my dog. We got the second appearance of Shuri, and, oh, no, I must have tickled his barf button. So I got these on the cheap, so I can't believe this is still obtainable at the price that it is. So that's something I would grab while you can. Another one of these I picked up, Miss America Chavez, number 12. That's the last issue, and it's going for around 50 bucks. Very low print run, and I believe you're going to get some kind of origin story of her in that also. Cannot wait to see Miss America Chavez on the screen. We got Justice League number 30. That's going to be the first cameo appearance of Jessica Cruz. Got that one very cheaply, and I'm stacking up this book right here. We got Kitty Pryde versus Wolverine, number 1. The reason I'm grabbing this book is we got a first appearance of a character called Ogun, sort of a telepathic ninja. And there have been sightings in the Falcon and Winter Soldier of a gang with that image of Ogun on their backs. So maybe Ogun is running some kind of gang down there in Madripoor. I'd like to find out. Seems very, very likely. And so I went ahead and stacked up a few of those copies. And boom. And then also, in issue number 5, we're going to get the first appearance of Kitty Pryde as Shadowcat. So definitely another nice first appearance to look out for. And her actual first appearance is really, really hot right now. So last but not least, I picked this one up, and this is another book. I can't believe it's not any more expensive than it is. So maybe something you can find in your dollar bin, but definitely on the cheap. I would not pay more than $5-10 for this if you can get it soon. But I paid $15 for this, but it's autographed by Greg Land. It's got a little certificate of authenticity, and it's the first appearance of Spectrum. Now, if you watch the Wanda series, she hasn't really announced her name. We don't know if she's going to be Photon and then Spectrum, or Spectrum and then Photon, or just one of them. But to me, she looks more like a Spectrum. I don't know. Hey, that's all the comics I got for you today. Thanks for watching. Please look down and hit that like and subscribe button. Tell your friends, tell your kids, tell your wife to see all the hottest comics and variant covers every Wednesday. We'll see you next time.